Thank you, Madam Chair. Over 200 ballot measures were filed because people are tired of the policies in the state. I mean, honestly, crime's through the roof. Fees and taxes are through the roof. We're circumventing Tabor with new enterprises. People are sick of it. That's why there's been 200 ballot measures, and I'm sorry. They're going to have to work a little bit harder. This is an attack on citizens' initiatives to file ballot initiatives, and I think that this is constitutionally protected in our state. And if you want to go after the big funded ones, go after them. But the people that are working on citizen initiatives, I think, should be exempt from this. We all work. We're trying to do things for the betterment of Colorado. We see our parental rights being attacked. We see our Second Amendment rights being attacked. And this is the only thing that we can do to go to the people and say, hey, we're sorry we're failing you as legislators in this body. Go put something on the ballot, like assaulting children. So that's something I'll be working on as well. If we're not going to do things in this legislative body, then we should at least have the protection of the citizens to be able to put it on the ballot. And to add insult to injury, we're going to put a safety clause on here so that the people can't even petition about this. The inability to now have a citizen petition. I say you go over or after the big funded things and leave the citizen-led petitions out of this. This is their constitutional right to be able to do this in this state. And one of the people said it the best. This is petition suppression. We heard about voter suppression and voter dilution. This is petition suppression. This is impossible for grassroots to get things on the ballot. They work very hard. They don't have the funding. Adding another $1,500 of a fine to citizen-led initiatives is just ridiculous. I urge a no vote. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair. I, too, find the no on this amendment vague and unconvincing. It's kind of like when we were talking about Tabor, using taxpayer money to sue taxpayers to get rid of Tabor. We're literally going to take away from the people the ability to petition against a bill that goes against their ability to petition onto the ballot. Just want everyone to be clear. We're going to take away, with a safety clause, the people of Colorado's ability to petition against this bill that disallows or throws up roadblocks for their ability to have ballot-led initiatives. Make it make sense. Please vote yes on this amendment. Move L007, ask for it to be displayed.
One moment. L7 is properly displayed. Rep. Bradley.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This is just to kind of take into account what the bill sponsor said. The Secretary of State shall not impose a fine on any designated representative who does not pay circulators. This is for people who don't get paid to collect signatures. These are just the good old Coloradans that are trying to be involved in the democracy of their state, that want their state to be a better place, that are tired of 65 of us legislating onto them and want to be a part. They're totally volunteer. And Tracer tells us how people are paid. Tracer lists, Amendment 79, for instance, how much paper, how many circulators, how many signatures. So if the Secretary of State can look up 25% signatures, 50%, 75%, then they can certainly look up how much is being paid to collect signatures. So this is just exempting the people that don't get paid to collect signatures. This allows the citizen-led initiative to be a good part of the Colorado process that is guaranteed by the Colorado Constitution. Stop making more and more things harder for the good people of Colorado who just want to be involved. This is an equal playing ground for the citizens without a big bank account, the big spenders, and I think that's what the bill sponsors want. When I heard them testify in State Affairs, I think we want to take out these big spenders and let it be more citizen-led initiatives, and this would help that. We don't have big bank accounts, the ones that want to be involved. I've been involved in some of these citizen-led initiatives. These are literally parents that go out on the weekend after they've worked or in between their kids' baseball games to collect signatures. They don't have $1,500, so let's take them out of it. Let's go after the people that are trying to run 5 and 6 ballot initiatives with the same subject line, which is what it seems like is the focus of this bill, because it says if 5 or more ballot measure proposals are submitted to the SOS on the same topic and by the same proponent in an initiative cycle, a chart that describes the differences between each of the proposals must also be submitted. So the big spenders, let's take the citizens out of it. Let's not fine them. Let's let them be a part of the democracy. Let's let them be a part of collecting signatures. Let's let them be a part of ballot-led initiatives. We've seen too much money infiltrate. Let's get it back to the people who are maybe disappointed in maybe me and what I've run. Maybe Douglas County wants to run something different. It takes a lot to go through the title board and to jump through hoop after hoop after hoop. And then you run a very small timeline on how many signatures you can collect. And for people who can't pay $20 an hour for someone to sit in front of King Soopers, this takes those people out of it. Find those people. But the citizens who want to be a part of this process should be able to do that without jumping through any more hoops other than what the title board and everything that's put on them already. These are hard to get. These cost a lot. And so when you have parents and other people willing to go in front of King Soopers on a Saturday in between their kids' games, we should allow them to do that without a fine. And if the Secretary of State can keep up with 25%, 50%, and 70% of signatures, they certainly can go on Tracer and say, oh, this is a big spender. They're paying a lot of money for signatures. We're going to fine them if they don't do this. Versus the mom and pop who just want to make small businesses better in their district. They don't deserve a $1,500 fine or up to a $1,500 fine. Let's take them out of this. Let's let the citizens have a part of this process. Let's not make it harder for them. I urge an aye vote on this very reasonable and transparent amendment.
Rep. Johnson.